Hello, my name is Kazu. Nice to meet you. This is part of my 365-day daily challenge, speaking English for 30 minutes straight. No script, just... Let's get started. Today is day 306. I have 59 days left. I'm a little bit sleepy now. I'm a little bit sleepy now, but actually I went to a sauna earlier, so I refreshed my feeling and body. So kind of I feel like I'm revived. I got my energy back. So yesterday, I went to the Imperial Palace for a run, and I went to Imperial Palace for a run with a friend of mine, and I ran 6 kilometers, and my friend ran 5 kilometers. One lap around the Imperial Palace is about 5 kilometers. So I ran one lap and little. It was tougher than usual because of the heat. Even it was around 7 a.m. It was already hot, and the heat took our energy. So that's why I just barely managed to run 6 kilometers. Like I planned to run 10 kilometers. Yeah, because of the heat. So we talked about meeting up earlier next time, like 6 a.m. And then after that, I did this challenge, and I met up with my girlfriend. We went to Marathon restaurant. The Marathon restaurant we were supposed to go were really cloudy. There was a line, and actually they distribute They distribute the tickets. The time was written on the paper, so we needed to go back there when the time becomes that time written in the paper. But it was 1 hour later, so we gave up on that restaurant, and we went to another restaurant, but the same cuisine they serve. It's another marathon restaurant, but different chain restaurant, and nearby the restaurant we were supposed to go, and it was really good. But she said they didn't have they didn't have they had less ingredients than the restaurant. Oh, I'm really sleepy now. Okay, yeah, let's correct what I've said so far. I think my English feels off today. Yeah, I'm really sleepy, but I have a lot to do today. So I have a lot of things to do today. I went to a sauna earlier today. I feel refreshed, both mentally and physically. Nice, I feel revived. I got my energy back. I feel refreshed. I feel refreshed both mentally and physically. I feel like I've come back to life. I feel revived. I feel revived. And I got my energy back. But still I'm sleepy now. Yesterday I went to the Imperial Palace for a run. I went there with a friend of mine. One lap around Imperial Palace is about 5 kilometers. We ran one lap around it. We ran one full lap. It was together. It was tougher. It was tougher than usual. Even though it was only around 7 a.m., it was already hot. The heat drained our energy. The heat took a lot of energy out of us. Because of that, I barely managed to run the microphone. There's something wrong with the microphone. It didn't clearly record what I said. I had planned to run 10 kilometers, but I couldn't because of the heat. So we talked about meeting up earlier next time at around 6 a.m. We talked about meeting up After that, I did this English challenge and met up with my girlfriend. We went to a Malatown restaurant. Sorry. We talked about meeting a party. So I did this English. The Malatown restaurant we were planning to go to was really crowded. We were planning to go to the Malatown restaurant we were planning to go to was really crowded. It was really crowded. There was a line and they were handing out numbered tickets. Handing out numbered tickets. There was a long line, so they gave us a ticket with a designated time on it. I'm really sleepy now. There was a long line, so I'm really tired. There was a long line, so they gave us a ticket with a designated time on it. The time we were supposed to come back was written on the ticket. However, our designated time was about an hour later. The time we were supposed to come back was written on the ticket. However, our designated time was about an hour later. So we gave up on that restaurant and went to another one. We gave up on that restaurant and went to another one. The other restaurant served the same kind of food. It was another Marathon restaurant, but it belonged to a different chain. It was also a Marathon restaurant, just a different chain. It was near the restaurant we had originally planned to go to. However, my girlfriend said they didn't have as many ingredients as the other restaurant has. Yeah, I wanted to say this. I couldn't come up with this sentence immediately. It's really... She had been to the other restaurant before. I'm frustrated. I'm disappointed. I couldn't come up with this phrase immediately, so I'm really disappointed. Frustrated. I'm frustrated that I couldn't come up with this phrase right away. Right away. Okay, let me explain this again. I went to sauna earlier, so I feel refreshed both mentally and physically. I feel revived. I got my energy back. And yesterday, I went to the Imperial Palace for a run with a friend of mine. It was tougher than usual because of the heat. It was even only around 7 a.m. It was really hot. So I had planned to run about 10 kilometers, but I barely managed to run just 6 kilometers. Yeah, I was frustrated. So we talked about meeting up earlier next time, like 6 a.m. Then it would be cooler than today, yesterday. And then after that, I went to Malartown restaurant with my girlfriend. And then there was a long line, and even they handed out, they were handing out numbered tickets. So we needed to go back there at the designated time on it. But it was our designated time was about an hour later. So we gave up on that restaurant. Then we went to the other restaurant, another restaurant. We went to another restaurant. It was another Malartown restaurant, but it belonged to a different chain. Did I? It was a Malartown restaurant, but it belonged to a different chain. It was another Malartown restaurant, but it belonged to a different chain. The other restaurant served the same kind of food, and it was near the restaurant we had originally planned to go to. However, yeah, it was good, but however, like my girlfriend said, they didn't have as many ingredients as the other restaurant. Oh, sorry, I'm really sleepy. I want to do this while lying in bed. Really sleepy now. I think I should take a nap for about 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to work well. Yeah, that if like I'm really afraid that the case I sleep over, like, even if I try to just take a nap, but maybe I would sleep overnight. That's what I'm afraid of. Yeah, but I should do this lying in bed. Sorry. Where is my... Oh, okay. 10 minutes. I have 10 minutes left. And I washed my bed sheets too, so I need to change my bed sheets. So I went to, let me explain this again. Yesterday I went to the Imperial Palace for a run with a friend of mine. It is kind of a monthly ritual. We do this every month. Anyway, I had planned to run 10 kilometers this time, but I couldn't because it was too hot. Even though it was around 7 a.m., it was already really hot. So we barely managed to run just 6 kilometers. So we talked about meeting up earlier next time, like 6 a.m. Then maybe it would be cooler than this time. And after that, I met up with my girlfriend, and we went to a Marathon restaurant because I watched the movie of my favorite comedian and his girlfriend going to a Marathon restaurant, and it looked really fun, and the food looked very good, and you can choose whatever ingredients you want. That bill made me wanna try it. But Marathon restaurants are especially popular among women. So it might feel a little awkward to go there by myself as a guy. So that's why I asked her to go there. Anyway, yeah, so we went to a marathon shop in Shibuya, the same chain restaurant in the video. but there was a long line, and even they were handing out numbered tickets. So you need to go back there the designated time on the ticket. But the designated time, our designated time, was 1 hour later. So we gave up on that restaurant. Instead, we went to another Malaton restaurant nearby the restaurant. Nearby the restaurant we were planning to go to. There was not a really long line. We waited a little bit, but we were able to eat soon. But she said they didn't have as many ingredients as the other restaurant had. Regardless that it was really tasty. I became liking it. It was tasty, but yeah, it was a little bit different than I thought, because it wasn't the same restaurant as the one in the video. So maybe we would try again. It was Sunday, so weekends. So we talked about trying on weekdays. Maybe there wouldn't be such a long line. Anyway, after that we had some alcohol. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't want to sleep. I don't want to sleep from now. I just want to take a nap. And I wanted to review yesterday's challenge, but I can't. I'm too tired, and I don't have energy to do this challenge while checking the phrase lists of Word file. Yeah. And I want to talk about the day I went to Mount Tsukuba. Actually, I went to Mount Tsukuba with my girlfriend. She asked me to go there. And actually, I had interest in it before. You know, I started running, so I was interested in, you know, like athletic hobbies, like hiking. Okay, nice. Thank you so much. Bye bye.